Hello, and welcome to my twin flame journey. I am Shine, and this is going to be the May reading for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And be sure to check your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus to get additional messages. Also, keep in mind that these readings are general, so take what resonates and leave the rest. Also, I may be describing actions you're taking, thoughts you're feeling, etc. Or I should just say, from your perspective or the person you're dealing with. Also, I usually say masculine and feminine stand more for energy than gender. I think the same applies in regards to the sex of the characters on the card. It may be a King of Cups, but it's in reference to you and you're a female, as far as your emotions, etc. Much in the same way that you read these. I'm talking about these red cards here, and even perhaps the Sibelius. But, because as I said in my other videos, of course there are same-sex couples, etc. So again, if it applies, regardless of who's on the picture, the message is yours. I apologize, the readings are getting out a little late. I haven't been feeling very well. So I got just you and one more to go. And then everybody's should be up. And what else was I going to say? That's also the reason why I didn't do this past Saturday's satsang. Excuse me. Because again, not feeling so swift. What we have here is what you're going to be dealing with for the month, Spirit's advice in regards to it, why it's happening, what you're thinking, feeling, or doing, or want to do in regards to the situation, what you might need to know that can help you, the higher message involved in Spirit's advice, and of course I'll clarify if need be with Sibelius, but again, please keep in mind that I'm incorporating reversals and the additional meanings in the card, so I have to refer to my notes to see if anything may apply, just so I can cover more people, give more storylines, give more options, again, because I try to give a little something for everybody. So bear with me if I have to go look at that. But these bottom row here, this is the card, and these are the clarifiers. So again, I may not have to, but I may have to use the Sibelius. And this is not the case. This is just whatever came out. There's no clarifying here. It's just what it is. So let us proceed. Well, somebody's going to get a message or wants to deliver a message. We have message in a bottle. If you can see it, should I hold it closer? I never hold them closer. It's a little bit of a glare. Can't really see. This is message in a bottle. Let us see. This, of course, is the advice in regards to this, but we'll see what this says first. 15. That's handsome running his wheel. Message in a bottle. Essential meanings: communication, a sign, a Cladon, which is the ancient name for a spontaneous oracle delivered innocently by the speaker, pointing the way to your highest good. The oracle message: Spirit sends you signs when you ask for them, when you believe you will receive them, and when you allow yourself to become fluent in the language of symbols, oracles, and omens. They may come to you as a bird flying by, a logo on a truck, a song on the radio. Expect confirmation that you're pointed in the right direction. Keep your ears open, for someone might say just the right thing that will give you the answer to your query. Today's message is this: Spirit hears you, and the reply is favorable. Relationship message: you can expect someone to favor you with positive news. This could be in the form of a letter, phone call, or email. You are the intended receiver of this message, so stay open to what you learn. Only good will come of it in the end. The signs are all there. Now it says here that you will be the receiver. But again, if you feel that you need to be the one to send the message, maybe you should send the message. Prosperity message. You are on target with your purpose and your passion. You are coming into alignment with your destiny, and Spirit wants you to know that you're on the right track. Expect a call, a new opportunity, or a message from an old friend or business contact that will lead you closer to your dreams and greatest desires. Spirit has been listening to you. Protection message. Are you refusing to acknowledge the signs because you want things as you want them? Red flags are not pretty decorations for you to admire. They are warning you for a reason. If something doesn't sit right with you, trouble could be hiding in the bushes. It's kind of funny. Don't ignore the signs. Spirit always has your best interests at heart and will draw your attention to what you are overlooking. Hiding in the bushes or other places. So this is the message. Sorry, I have to take a sip of my tea. And what is this message in reference to? Let us see. Oh, we got the Ace of Cups in reverse. We got the Knight of Cups. King of Cups in reverse. We have the Knight of Wands in the reverse. Seven of Cups. Page of Cups. Oof. Magician in the reverse. Well, first off, I'm not liking King of Cups, Knight of Wands, and Magician in the reverse. Again, if this isn't you, this could be someone that you're dealing with that was manipulative, or there's a lack of trust with this person because of past manipulations. But let's look at Ace of Cups first. You know, in the upright, it's about love, compassion, creativity, overwhelming emotions. You know, it's kind of like the gift from the universe, too. New opportunities in love. That's divinely orchestrated, if you want to say that word. But there in reverse, there's a need to curb one's emotions for the greater benefit. A need for emotional balance. Finding a way to... a constructive way to express one's feelings. It's about repressed feelings or just feeling of numbness. Like you just, I refer that to like indifference. There's also fears of getting hurt again in love, especially if we're dealing with past people. And the Kings of Cups and Knights of Wands in reverse and Magicians in reverse, I'd be afraid too. There's a need for trust. You gotta love when they do that, right? It's like, this person's been a liar and deceiver for all the years you've known them. But trust. But boy, sometimes you gotta wonder. It's also, or just meaning trust in the universe, perhaps. As I always tell my spirit guys, is I trust you before I trust him. That's for damn sure. I'm talking about my person. But it's also being emotionally exhausted. It's a need to look after one's emotional health. And it's also delays in love. Delays in new opportunities for love. Now, if the King of Cups isn't you, feeling, all upside down, discombobulated, not knowing what to do in regards to a message you're receiving, again, not knowing if you can trust this situation or this person or whatever. If this isn't an aspect of you being all, again, upside down, if this is someone that you were dealing with, this is why, our emotions are whatever, or we're not trusting, or we're feeling emotionally exhausted perhaps from the whole experience. We're kind of feeling indifferent right now, or we're not even sure we want to even, again, deal with the situation again, or a person from the past. Again, it could be too much water on the bridge, too little, too late, whatever it is, or just feeling like I don't even want to take a chance on getting hurt again. Again, fears of being hurt because you were dealing with somebody who was like that. Um, again, because this person can be incredibly emotionally controlling and manipulative. Again, uses emotional manipulation to get what they want. I think of like narcissistic, whether full blown narcissist or someone that has a lot of those traits. Like I always tell everybody, know what you're dealing with. Don't just be looking to ride off in the sunset. Don't be looking for all this hope in the cards. You know your experience. And if you don't know about narcissistic personality disorder or any of the other cluster B personality types, I said like borderline personality, bipolar, all these different things, I suggest if you have an inkling or a thought or a question, and if you were dealing with somebody like that, investigate. Again, these are very dangerous people, dangerous situations. And I always tell everybody, know with what you're dealing with. Whenever I get these kind of cards in the reverse and deception and all of that, again, it's just be good. I don't put pretty bows and stuff. I tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. Because I'm not trying to lead people into, an illusion. Because believe the narcissist will do that for you. They'll try. They come across as very sweet and caring and nice, and they lie like they breathe. And it says, so if any of them are looking to creep back in, again, know what you're dealing with first. But if you're dealing with somebody who is just, who can learn, change, and grow, that's a different situation. And again, someone who could be incredibly controlling, manipulative, toxic, moody, sulky. Again, if this isn't you, it could be also you feeling moody, depressive, even someone who can be vindictive or vengeful, punishes through emotional manipulation. Again, guilt tripping, whatever it is, trying to prey on your emotions to get you to comply or to fall for their bullshit, basically. Emotional blackmail to push their own agendas, leaves you feeling uncertain about yourself, as if you're the problem, not them. Again, very narcissistic thing. Deflection. They live for deflection, avoiding accountability at all costs. Like I said, you'll know what you're dealing with when you research that stuff. And if you can check off like a shopping list, behaviors, because it's behavior patterns. Behavior patterns don't lie. So again, like I said, research, know what you're dealing with. If this isn't you, also, they could lead again to undeserved emotional instability within you, making it more about your reaction to things than the actions that they're doing. Again, watch out for that. That's called gaslighting. It says if it's dealing with a past person, you still need to work on releasing yourself from their controlling forces. Again, a narcissist, or a mature person. What did I put here? A mature, I can't even read my own chicken scratch. A mature loving, because I just put heart ing because I was trying to abbreviate so I couldn't tell what that is, because there's only so much room on these cards. A mature, loving person who lets their emotions control their life. Again, could be not so negative like in the narcissistic way, but just a person who's just emotionally out of balance, out of whack. And that could manifest in their behaviors as far as how they engage in relationships. Again, childhood wounding. But again, narcissists stem from childhood wounding too. It's also codependency, struggling with self-deception or deceptions of others, needing to see things as it is, or just being confused in regards to how we feel. So again, if we're receiving a message, there could be multiple reasons why we ain't feeling it, we're unsure of it. We don't know what we want. We're all upside down. There's fear involved again, and engaging with someone again, perhaps um, just confusion. And then we have the Knight of Wands again, which Knight of Wands is what is this? Oh, Knight of Wands is an action card. It's energy, passion, adventure, impulsiveness. It could be the Romeo type, again, cheater type, one night stand type, or somebody who's flighty in and out of your life, unstable, never long term, and they're in and they're out. It also could be, haste, scattered energy, delays in actions being taken, frustration. It's also feeling like you're getting nowhere, feeling angry at being denied what you want, loss of personal power or negative use of power. Again, if we're dealing with somebody who can be tyrannical, abusive, whatever it is, liar, cheater. It's about having low self-esteem, again, pessimism, thinking negatively, again, letting the remnants of what was or whatever play again on our self-worth, self-esteem, again, because whatever we might have went through with this person or how they make us feel. Again, it's about impulsiveness, so perhaps not wanting to be impulsive in regards to any messages you're receiving, again, because we're unsure. It could be also someone who we know pursues their own interests. Again, watch out. It's also about doing and saying things that you'll later regret. It's lacking foresight, trying to hide one's lack of self-control or lack of control of the situation, feeling restless. So again, I'm feeling like there's just a lot of confusion here in regards to what to do with somebody who may be trying to creep back in from the past. And there's good reason why, for sure. For sure. The Seven of Cups here talks about choices, not wanting to be in illusions or perhaps be fooled by anybody again. It's about, our dreams, what we want, trying to make the right choice again, because not everything, every cup, not everything is great. So if somebody's looking to reconcile, again, we're kind of unsure. It's obviously trying to grab from the wisdom and knowledge that we gained from a situation to try to make a right decision. It's not wanting to get caught up again in dreams and fantasies or something that somebody's trying to sell you. You're wondering if they're trying to sell you the, all talk, again, just to try to get back in. Again, it could be a great opportunity that can turn into problems later. It's also about wishes and mixed blessings. It's about consequences. It's also about cheating. Again, one night stands. So if you were dealing with anybody who was, again, questionable, you don't know what to do. Again, because it's fears of not making the right choice or right decision. Because here comes somebody making some offers, Page of Cups, but again, it's immature. It's a page, but you have the king here, but this king is upside down. See, so that's why, like I said, let people if you should consider, and if you were dealing with somebody like that, again, know what you're dealing with. If you're dealing with a narcissist, and you might as well, you better just get out of there and forget it, because these people will never change, and you're setting yourself up for more heartache and possible CPTSD. Um, but again, I feel like this is more of an offer that's coming to you than one that you're presenting. But I mean, again, I could be wrong. It could be either way. Um, and again, if we're not going on the manipulative, narcissistic route, it just could be you unsure about wanting to make an offer, unsure about how you feel, or perhaps your feelings are all over the place. Maybe you don't feel like you have what it takes, because we also have the Magician in reverse. It's not feeling like you have everything you need in order to manifest what you want. Perhaps this is why things are upside down over here, and we're trying to figure things out, trying to make the right choice, the right approach, or whatever it is. But again, this did say, even though I said you could be the one that needs to make, if you're thinking about delivering the message, but this is supposedly something that's coming to you. So again, I mean, I have to say, I most definitely feel that there was some deception, because every reading I do, there always is, no matter what. Those cards always come out. Somebody always lied, cheated, something, or just wasn't doing right by somebody in some way. It's almost impossible to avoid, it would seem. But the page, of course, again, it's about beginnings, renewals. But again, it's a page, so it's an immature offer, which is why again, you might not be seeing or trusting so much in the growth potential of somebody because of their past behavior. So you're, again, looking at it as kind of, I'm saying, immature offer. But it's also about creation, venture, the nature of inspiration, unexpected, something unexpected, a surprise. Again, a message in a bottle. Someone could be looking again, like I said, to reconnect. It's also, marriage, engagement, birth of a child, pregnancy, new relationships or ideas, unexpected but welcome. Expressing one's feelings. Again, somebody coming with their cup saying, hey. It's about being inspired. It's about kindred spirits. It's a renewal of creative and emotional self, especially if there's more to life going on than just love. We have our health, we have our spirituality, and we have our careers. So again, I always like to throw in some of that, because we got finances and career over here. So you could be dealing with multiple stuff. Old people coming back, people you can't trust, people you don't know if you should trust, looking for a second chance, but also needing to focus on your career and on your path. Perhaps this person will have something to do with that. If you're twin flames coming back together, or a soulmate that's a life partnership, perhaps you to do some work together. This is always, that's why I said there's new creative adventures. Maybe that's what they're coming in. Maybe they're too afraid to offer love because they think they'll be rejected because their behaviors of the past. So they're offering some kind of, hey, I got an idea. Maybe we can do some work together or something. You never know how I might be coming in. It's also a need to believe in your dreams. Looking at things from a fresh perspective. The Magician in reverse, like I said, it's either you feel like you don't have what it takes to manifest something, poor planning, again, manipulation, greed, deceit, manipulation, trickery, cunning, mental confusion, untrustworthiness, used car salesman. That's what I put. A charmer, narcissist. Like I said, watch out. Out of touch with reality, confusion, impatience, lack of clear plan. You need to ask where you're focusing your energy. What are your objectives? Skills and talents that aren't being utilized, unable to manifest the skill to help you on your spiritual journey, that something that's not being used or recognized. Again, there's more going on in life than just love. If you're a twin flame or even just, whatever. Some people have missions here or things that they're meant to do, that they haven't quite figured out yet or discovered. I mean, you're here for a reason. Maybe the career that you're doing isn't what you really came here to do. It's just what pays the bills. Like there's all kinds of, I think, choices that are needing to be made for a lot of people as far as their destiny. Shit happened. Something happened that woke you up. You went through a karmic situation, but through that situation, it was supposed to push you onto a new path, a path that maybe you didn't even see coming, and that could have to do with career. Again, you could have went through an experience and decided to write about it, like me, or get into doing tarot or whatever, what I mean? So that you could be a spiritual calling to do something. And it was this experience kind of was the catalyst for that. Again, or I should say, you can also be dealing with, again, someone who was questionable, to say the least. And we're not sure what the hell to make out of something that seems to be out of the blue. And why this is happening. Sexual attraction. Oops. Sexual attraction, barrier, destruction, and generosity. Destruction is like the tower. It could be the aha moment, the wake up, to shake up, to wake up. Something that put you through the loop, the ringer, I should say, in order to, again, wake you up to something that you needed to see. This is also about things that ended badly. So, again, we have a lot of people, too, that could have been separated from someone. That person entered into a codependent situation. A lot of masculines are looking to leave their codependent situation and come back in. So again, this might be what you're dealing with. The barrier of them being with someone else is now no longer there. And they're coming in trying to make some kind of offer for a relationship. Again, or the barrier is being able to trust this person again because things ended so badly, because you saw them for what they were. You don't know if you can trust any offers that might be coming in, or if you were the deceiver, you don't know if anybody's going to accept your offer. But I feel like it's more the person that you were dealing with than it being you. And then we have spiritual. Dark-haired woman, new beginnings, and strength. So either you're the dark-haired woman or this is the person that you're of interest to you. Dark-haired woman is somebody that's all in her shadow self. Anger, hurt, resentment, fear, anxiety, whatever. Spiritual obviously deals with healing, following our spiritual guidance. Everything happens for a reason. It's all part of our spiritual path. It could be a spiritually based relationship, meaning soulmate, twin flame. So you had to go through a karmic experience. And now perhaps there's an opportunity, if people have shown that they can learn, change, and grow and hold themselves accountable, be specific in their apologies, what they're sorry for, what will they change, what are the efforts that they're willing to make. Like if you're dealing with somebody who's constantly trying to sweep things under the rug, downplay their role, avoid talking about the past or whatever, this is somebody that's just you need to watch out for because they're just saying whatever they got to say to get back in. They haven't changed. That's narcissists will never. They'll admit that they're wrong if it'll serve a need, like if it'll get them back in. But again, you'll know by the conversations you're having with this person what you're dealing with. And so do the research. Anybody who constantly avoids discussing their roles or the things they did, or again tries to avoid it or make it more about your reaction than their actions, all that you watch out for that stuff. Those are red flags. Now again, new beginnings. Somebody's wanting new beginnings, or there's delays in new beginnings, wondering if we have the strength or the courage or to even deal with the situation again. Again, the shadow aspect, it could be, again, you and your fears and your confusions in regards to a new beginning with this person. Even if you know that they're your soulmate and twin flame, sometimes, sometimes it was so bad and the pain was so much that there is a real, genuine fear, not even with this person, but in getting involved with anybody else. Depending on what experience you went through, it will take a lot of faith and a lot of trust to overcome your current feelings in regards to love, relationships, or just in general, or with this person. And then we have vulnerable, solitude, deception, and heartbreak. So again, vulnerable, feeling all kinds of ways, wondering if we can open up our hearts to this person, reflecting on things, thinking about it, going within, like the hermit. This is solitude reminds me of. Deception, obviously, not wanting to be living illusions ourselves, not wanting to be lied to and manipulated again, or just thinking about the past and everything that happened. Again, wondering if we can open up to somebody, be trustful, or maybe we're still hurting over what happened. Again, and not wanting to repeat it. Wanting to make the right judgment, or because we got a wake-up call, a serious one, because pain is our greatest teacher. So again, if you were really hurt by somebody who was behaving that way and they come back, you would know what to do. Soulmate, twin flame or not. The fear of getting hurt again will trump all of that for many people. They'd just be like, I know who this person is to me, but I can't go through it again. I can't take the chance. So it's about deciding what path we want to take, what choice we're going to make in regards to the situation, and not wanting to make the wrong one. It's the fear of the unknown. Jealousy, again, this deals with, jealousies. We got somebody taking off the mask here, fearing the narcissist is going to come back out, or feeling that, it's all an act, and below it, there's some sinister ulterior motives with this person, again, and we have the troubleshooter. This person can be deceptive and cunning, but this is also about troubleshooting, trying to figure out somebody's motives, trying to figure out, where's this coming from? Especially if it seems like out of nowhere, because perhaps you thought all was lost. And you're wondering, if you can have what you want with this person. Because that's what greed is all about, our desires, what we want. Or, again, troubleshooting, trying to figure out a way how to forgive somebody because they were acting in a way that was self-serving. And that's what caused this relationship to end. Their greediness or following their desires caused this thing to end. Because again, maybe they stepped out, maybe they cheated, maybe they thought there was a shinier offer somewhere else, and they left you, and now they're sitting in their regrets, and they're wanting to come back. But again, you're like, why should I take you back? Let's see. Let's see if we can get some more clarifying here. Every time it makes me think of the story, you know, the boy that cried wolf. If you are a serial liar, you know, a serial cheater or whatever, if you ever do go through some transformation or epiphany and you come back, it's really hard to convince somebody that you're not just crying wolf again. You know, because this is eventually when the wolf really came, nobody believed him. So when someone comes in and now all of a sudden offering their love where before they weren't really, you have a hard time believing them because you're always going to think that there's some ulterior motive. There's something, you know, and again, it just makes it difficult. But it's almost like, you know, if this person has learned, not to say that, you know, it's hard to teach an old dog new tricks, you know, not to say that things won't pop up in the future. Nothing's going to be like magically never a problem again. There's always going to be a possibility for people to repeat stuff from the past. But it's almost like the tests never end. You know what I mean? It's like the universe's test. It's like this person might still be a liar and a cheater, or maybe they have changed. What are you gonna choose? What are you gonna? So then it falls back on you to kind of like, and you just like, well, can I know? Just tell me. Will it be a bad choice or not? But then like, no, we're not gonna tell you. Life is a journey. You don't have to know everything. Wait and see. So, oh yeah, great. I might waste another 10 years of my life. But it's like, but there must be a lesson in there for you somewhere. It's like, you know, come on, universe. Like, stop torturing us. Just give us the answer. Yes, no, maybe so. But I feel like this is constantly the test of taking a chance, overcoming the fears, or whatever it is. There's always a new lesson popping up, or a new something, especially in these situations, because again, the boy who cried wolf. So again, for many twin flames or soulmates, it could be lifetime partnerships, overcoming a traumatic karmic cycle. It's that fear of the unknown where, like, if I choose wrong and this person hasn't changed, then I'm going to get hurt all over again, and it's going to be awful. But if I choose to not take them back and they really have changed, then I've perhaps ruined my opportunity to have my life partner or to reunite my twin flame. So again, like I said, they never make it easy. They never make it easy. Because nobody wants to repeat, but also nobody wants to miss out on what could be something great, you know? Now the dilemma. Let's see. What do I want to do? Loss. Loss, we have Mercante, which is the merchant. He deals with contracts, negotiations, agreements. In the reverse, he's a little more, he's another deceptive one. Shady dealings. But it came up upright. So again, someone's, you know, trying to figure out a way to come to some kind of agreement or some kind of, you know, in regards to this loss, comes some kind of understanding, or again trying to figure out a way, you or the other person. And then we have Lamante, which is, oops, the female lover. You know, but this is in reverse. So again, somebody who ain't feeling it, you know, it could be unrequited love. You know, someone's trying to get back the love that they lost. Or again, or this could just be, you know, because of whatever we've gone through here. We're unsure if we want to, you know, offer our love or give our love to somebody, you know, who's looking to creep back in. Read, we have Letterato, which is the man of letters, thinking man. This is about discovering, you know, or looking within. And then we have Amore, which is about love, discovering a way we can have what we want in love, you know, with this person. And we have Prigione, but upside down. Prigione is this feeling trapped, stuck, unable to move forward. It's kind of like the Eight of Swords. In the reverse, I think it's pretty much the same thing. I'll double check. And then we have La Donna de Servizio, which is a servant, a helper, someone who's reliable, dependable, who's, you know, offering assistance or whatever. She often comes up too in codependent kind of things because, you know, offering help, people enter in relationships to get help. Sometimes I see that come out. And this is also reversed. So let me check again. Prigione. Psychic block. Again, not knowing what to do. Fear. An unhealthy relationship with someone or something. Again, from the past. Fear, not knowing if we can get what we want because of a past, you know, unhealthy relationship with somebody. Fear things repeating. The Donna de Servizio. Gossip, backstabbing, low morals, petty actions, cheapness, money spent or money owed. So that's why I said it comes up sometimes in codependent kind of things. Maybe this person, not only did they lie and cheat and take off with someone else, but maybe they still owe you money. Or, you know, again, we're talking about backstabbing, low morals. So again, this is probably you felt backstabbed by this person. And again, we're just unsure if it's, you know, something that we even want anymore. Which, hey, sometimes you don't. And what you're thinking, feeling, or doing, or want to do, we have the ladies. So this could be you know, trying to follow your intuition. Or this is the person that you're looking to be with. And you using your intuition again. You could be male or female. It doesn't matter who's in the card. The Master. The Master is somebody. It kind of reminds me like the King of Swords or the Emperor. It's using logic over emotions to make decisions. Again, wanting to be logical, not wanting to make emotionally based decisions because, people can use your emotions to manipulate you. So it's trying to have a clear head about what we want to do, using your intuition again in regards to somebody who can be manipulative, domineering, controlling. Um, and then we have journey again, like what do we want to do? What do we want to go? How do we want to proceed in this situation? Like, wanting to make a right choice because this is going to affect however long we're going to be in it, our journey, our path, our time. We want to come out of confusion, but we don't know what the hell to do. And then we have ending, surprise, and truth. Perhaps we thought it was the end. Perhaps we haven't even heard from this person in a while. Or, we felt like this person will never change, however they've been behaving, because a lot of masculines, again, were hiding how they were feeling, staying in their codependent situations, still having money problems, again, trying to play it off like they were happy where they were or whatever it is. And now all of a sudden they're coming across like, hey, guess what? I ended that situation. I really love you. I want to be with you. And coming across with all this truth now, this surprise. And that's why it's got you all confused. You're like, where the hell did this come from? It's coming out of nowhere. That's why you're questioning this person's motives. Because again, it's like, is it the same old, same old? They're just looking to get into another situation, to be taken care of, another codependent, jumping from one thing to one from another. Sometimes I tell you, some people need to spend some time in their own. Jumping from relationship to relationship and stuff like that isn't good, because you need some time to kind of, if something ended, especially if things ended badly, and people need to do some self-checking, especially if they've seen patterns of whatever, to do some healing, because they're just jumping into, cycle after cycle after cycle after cycle, because they don't allow that time for the self-reflection. Or what is it that's, because the common denominator in all of our situations is us. So if we keep finding ourselves in the same situations but with different people, it's something that you're not getting about yourself. Why you keep attracting this to you, this healing work that needs to be done. And I always think that it's best for people to take a little bit of time, or to kind of be on their own a bit. Or even if you're looking to reconcile with someone, take things slow. Don't just jump from one house to another house, especially with living situations. Is it because, again, that's why people sometimes will be hesitant, because they're questioning, what are your motives? Again, were you just looking for another place to live? I mean, who the hell knows? So it's always wise to take things slow, and it's always best to take some time alone to heal, to reflect before you engage in any new relationships. But people will just jump right back in, because I just want to be with this person. And again, just be wise. Know what you're dealing with. Let somebody prove themselves, not just with words and not just with actions, because words can be illusions. Actions can also be illusions, because they can just be just to get what you want in the moment, and they fall right back into their old patterns of behavior. What is to be taken into account most especially is consistency. Words and actions backed by consistent effort. Not only just investing in you, but investing in themselves, because people who don't heal themselves will always bring chaos with them into every new situation. Again, this is karma. These are lessons that are needing to be learned. But let us see what you should be aware of. The wise woman of Wonderland, integrity and compromise. This is in the challenge position. And then the resting tree, patience and stillness, also in the challenge position. So let us see. If something's meant to be, there's no need to rush it, especially if you were dealing with this kind of stuff. Let people prove themselves. Wise Woman of Wonderland, challenger. When the Wise Woman of Wonderland appears as a challenger, this is a sign that you may have compromised yourself out of fear. Have you been in denial about the truth of your situation? Have you sold yourself short rather than ask what you really need? Have you given up your dream for another because you fear abandonment? The wise woman of Wonderland is gently reminding you that you count. Claim your good and never settle for less. Be fearless and make it so. Why hang around for more disappointment? Exactly. When wonderful adventures and opportunities are waiting to unfold for you. And then the resting tree. Oh, it's right on the next page. Challenger, the resting tree appearing as a challenger asks you to consider if you're so frantic that all you can think about is how stressed you are. Running around and overdoing anything only makes you into a human doing, not a human being. This is a sign to be careful, or you may become physically ill or at the very least unable to enjoy your life. Be still. It's time to meditate and take time out for you, or you'll make some mistakes that you may regret later. Don't worry, all those things you're trying to manage will still be there when you're ready to move forward again. Only then will you have a clearer head with which to think. So again, don't rush into anything. If you're unsure of anything, or if you have fears of whatever again, tell people you want to take it slow. Let them prove themselves. Don't go jumping into something just because someone's, making it seem like it got to be now or never. It's like, oh, well, if it's true, then they'll wait. They'll allow you to work as trust has to be regained again. Respect has to be regained again. Love has to be regained again. Because obviously there's some love loss with some pain and all of that. So again, it takes time. And if they're not with it, then hey, keep it moving. That's what I say. Especially if you're the one that got hurt by shit that they did. It's like, they better be patient. So like, well, what the hell do they think? Right? But again, the wise woman of Wonderland, I want to go back to this. Again, if, like I said, those little surprises that come in, like, I don't know, could they still be lying? Or could they have changed? It's like, choose left or choose right. Which will you do? It's also about if someone is showing, again, genuine remorse, accountability, effort, whatever it is, don't let your fears of things repeating keep you from giving something another chance with someone who may have learned, changed, grown, who really is coming from a place of whatever, truthfulness. But again, use discernment, know what you're dealing with. And also, again, for those not dealing with people from the past and who just went through an experience, don't let the past stuff prevent you from being open to new possibilities, new love, because you have learned. So your guard is up, your antennas are up, you can spot out, certain things now, so you won't allow yourself to get caught up in a similar situation again if you have genuinely learned the lesson, done the shadow work. So don't fear. You'll be able to sniff out bullshit coming from somebody else rather quickly if you've been through an experience. So have a little faith in yourself. And then we have here the higher message involved is Jesus. Jesus Christ. I pray for Jesus' help and guidance with the situation. Most definitely. You're going to need Jesus's help. Jesus, of course, is about, compassion, forgiveness, I don't like to use the term unconditional love because that gets misconstrued many times. Unconditional love doesn't mean I'll love you no matter what you do to me. If you treat me like shit from the time we meet to the day I step in the grave, that's not unconditional love. Letting someone drag you through the mud and suffering because you love them, that's not love. That's not self-love, and it always has to start with self-love and self-respect first. If you're allowing someone to treat you like shit, you're not loving yourself, and that isn't love. That's abuse. So recognize the difference. Unconditional love means no matter what life may throw at us, richer for poorer, sickness and in health, these kind of things, like whatever challenges come up. Not again someone's abusive, nasty, lying, cheating behavior. That's not what, that doesn't, that's not it. But again, this is about healing, compassion, understanding, forgiveness, even forgiving ourselves, because again, you know better now, and that's what matters. And integrity. I trust my ability to know what is true for me again. Do what you feel is right for you. I always say this regardless of who this person is, because you have to feel it. You can't force yourself, oh, this is my soulmate, but I really still can't stand them. I really don't trust them. Because again, the situation isn't healed, and that would mean that the timing isn't right. If this person is genuine and true and you are meant to be with them, you have to be healed. You have to be open to that. So if it's not the right time for you, again, do what is right for you in the end, because that's the only way that there'll be peace. It's also about, again, doing the right thing. And we have compassion. I see and feel others' point of view with forgiveness and kindness. Again, I kind of already said all this. And then devotion. As I fully commit to my values, relationships, and God, I'm clear about what to do next. So it's about being devoted to yourself, first and foremost, your own self-care, self-love, self-respect, your mental and emotional health. Be devoted to you first, again, and what you feel is right for you, what will make you happy in the end. Not entering back into a situation just because someone is a soulmate, but in the meantime, you're always stressing, you're always worrying, you're still hanging on to guilt or resentment or anger or whatever it is, because again, it ain't going to work. But it's also, again, being devoted to your path in life, yourself. Or again, if someone is genuine and you do decide to engage or give this person another chance again, they're saying commit to your values. Again, don't compromise your values or your integrity, but show your devotion. And then we have mother. I open my heart to my mother's humanness and her divinity. Now, some of you might have childhood wounding stemming from mother, or the person you're dealing with does. You could have father issues and they have mother issues, and this is why you were brought together. These kind of things. So it's either you or them. This kind of explains a little bit of the wounding or why they behaved the way they did. Again, if it's mother issues, they could have felt, them, could have felt, unloved by the mother, neglected by the mother. So again, entering into relationships, seeking the love of the mother, choosing partners who are like the mother. But at the same time, jeopardizing, self-sabotaging, because again of their wounding, fear of getting hurt, fear of not being, so they push love away. Who knows? There's many reasons why people do what they do. And because again, this reading is general, I don't know specifics of people's situations, etc. But obviously, Mother card is in here for a reason. And then we have quiet. I go into peaceful silence and I listen. So this is just about trying to get still, get quiet, try to feel our way in this situation to figure out what to do. Meditate on it. No need to rush. Take what time you need. Do what's best for you. Love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. So make sure you maintain those boundaries. Maintain that new found self-worth that you've had to go through a painful situation in order to realize and to attain. Many people have that karma of lack of self-love, so therefore allowing themselves to be treated like shit and staying in situations longer than they should have, this kind of thing. And perhaps again, because you've embodied this, it caused this person to perhaps see you differently, and say, oh, maybe she isn't the doormat after all. But again, it requires them to step up their game. So love yourself first, always, especially in regards to this past life relationship. And then we have religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. Again, spiritually based relationship, karmic soulmate that can turn into a life partnership, twin flame, whatever it is. It had to do with karma, lessons, all of that. Everything happened for a reason. And then we have calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. So again, if somebody's creeping back from the past, they're just reaffirming that yes, this is your soulmate, or it could be your twin flame. There aren't any twin flame cards in here, but it's possible. And again, it was all part of your spiritual path, this thing, and the lesson involved having boundaries, self-love, self-respect. So they're just reminding you of that, especially if somebody comes creeping back in. Finances and career, obviously they're wanting you to pay attention to that, whether it's you needing to get on this for yourself, or you need possibly, if this person's coming back, maybe you meant to do something together. If this is a life partnership, this is a twin flame with a divine mission. That's what I mean. Or make sure this person got their stuff together so they're not coming in codependent. That could be another hint. Finances and career for everybody all around. And then we have trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. I would sure say so, especially dealing with these shady characters. Again, it takes time to build trust again. It takes time, to earn someone's respect again. It takes time to heal old wounds. Especially if you haven't communicated with somebody, it's going to be like seeing a ghost or hearing from a ghost. You're not going to know what to feel, because even if you thought maybe you were moving on and healing, once this wound, this person comes creeping back in, it's going to, all kinds of feelings are going to start resurfacing, which is why we're all over the place here. But it's going to take a whole lot of trust. That's for sure. Even in just trust in the universe that, like, if this was something you went through and it ended and you're not interested in going back, also trust too that, again, everything happened for a reason. Apply the lessons, learn the lessons, and then you'll be ready for something in the future, something better. Maybe it's time to take a time out. Take that time to work on yourself, work on your career. Do what's right for you. Try to have compassion for everybody involved. Understand that somebody's got some other issues. And still be devoted to yourself, to your path, to your healing, etc., etc. And on that note, my lovelies, I send you love and light. I wish you healing and luck in regards to this and anything else you might be going through. Please like, subscribe, and share, and leave comments if you haven't. Well, please like, subscribe, and share if you haven't already, and do leave comments. I should say it that way. It's late. It's like midnight. And again, I wish you luck. And until next time, take care. Bye-bye.